Hi, I'm Lisa Loves to Crochet and Knit. I'm back for my second podcast today. So I thought I'd touch base with some googly-eyed creatures that I've made recently again. So I've made some pigs since I've seen you, and some cows, and a pickle, a little funny pickle, and then a potato, and I'm sure I've made other things. But those are some of the videos I've made recently, and I have more coming. And I've also made some cakes, some birthday cakes recently. So those are some of the googly-eyed and eyed safety eyes that I've used on some items. And if there's any other suggestions, please leave the comments below. I'm always looking and reading the comments. So if I think I can do it, then I'll give it a shot. And so the next thing I wanted to tell you about is that my old works in progress, I still have them. We'll start there, I guess. And I'm still working on the same scarf that I had linked in my other video. I think I've come to another color though. I think I've changed to another color on this. And it is getting long. I still have, I think I have 5 more skeins to do on this. I can't remember exactly, but hopefully this will be finished before winter hits, because I think it's coming out really pretty and I would like to wear it when winter, when it gets cold, for just an infinity scarf. I'm really liking the pattern. It's super simple. It's an easy knit. It's something that, it's a mindless knit where if you're waiting somewhere, you don't have to think about what you're doing, and you can just relax and spend your time knitting versus just sitting there waiting. And so I'm really enjoying this. This is really nice pattern. I had it linked in my other video. And then I still have my washcloth that I have not finished. It's still halfway done. I have not done anything on that one. And I think I have a pair of socks still that I haven't completed yet. And these are still my works in progress, but they're on the back burner unless I'm going somewhere, and then I have to wait, and then I take them. And the finished things, I have finished those 2 blankets that had squares. Whoops, I'm caught in yarn. So this is that heart blanket that's the corner to corner that folds into a pillow. This is the second one. This one I've completed since the last podcast. These are the squares I was holding up. So I have completed this one. And this one is super pretty. It is, a little bigger. I think there's 13 squares on this. And I really do like how this turned out. It is super pretty. So I have this all set for whatever the future holds. And then I had completed, I know I've been busy. I completed this other one. This is a Scrappy afghan that I did with just squares, just with the corner to corner. And I just kind of broke up. If I had, a full ball of navy blue, I would break it up and make it so it wasn't a solid square. And I think this turned out really pretty. I really, really like it. It's one of my favorites blankets that I've made so far. But I didn't make this to fold into a pillow. I made this so it's one of those ones that's not so girly, but yet it's still really cool. So I'll post a picture of both of those blankets up in the corner, I think up over here. And then I started Halloween costumes, and I always like to put lights in my details on my Halloween costumes, and I always try to make it work with whatever I've got basically, but a lot of times you'll need lights and you'll need more yarn. And so I did buy my yarn for my Halloween costumes for my kids. I bought it looks like I bought 18 skeins of various colors, and my daughters are going to be 2 different things, and I have one of them started, and I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. but this is which one I have started. I'm not going to say what it is, but it is coming along pretty fast. I am not doing this exactly like this stitch is supposed to be done, because I make things work with what I got and for how I want it to work. So, and if that makes any sense, I know it's kind of crazy, but I'm hoping that this one turns out super cool. I still have lights to buy for this one. I still have the top that I have to complete. This is the top. So it is going pretty fast, but it's not. I mean, I still have a lot of work to do, and I know it's not August yet, but I was hoping to get at least the top or the pants completed before August hits, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. And maybe I won't keep it this way. Maybe I'll end up tearing it apart because it might not work, because that's part of the designing, and that's part of the process with designing with costumes. Because remember, I don't do this from a pattern. I just figure out what I want to do and what I want it to look like, and then I try to figure out how I can do that with lights and yarn and any other detail I can add. And so this one is really a bright colors. So I'm hoping that this is going to turn out the way I hope, but maybe not. So it might, next time you see me, it might be torn out. Who knows? That does happen quite often. But I'm really liking how it's so pretty and so vibrant, bright colors. And so that's one costume. I don't have the other one started. I was hoping to get that started this weekend, but maybe I won't. I did recently purchase some more lights, and so I'm really excited to start doing some of those. With one of the lights, I created this little spider. Let me turn the light on for you. You probably won't be able to see it, but anyway, he lights up and he's got his 8 little legs. And so I'm hoping to integrate this into a hat or something. We'll see how what comes to mind. I have a hat that I think I want to make with this, and I could even add it to my Halloween costumes. Who knows? But I think he turned out rather cute. And I don't like spiders at all, but I think he turned out really cute, and I really, really like him. Maybe I'll do a video on the spider for Halloween. He's super cute. I did have some other things that I purchased, but I still am waiting on, so I haven't received them yet to even get going on that. But Halloween is going to be around the corner, and I really am looking forward to this fall and seeing how I can put lights and details on my daughter's Halloween costumes and make them fun for them for the night. And just something I really enjoy doing. I want to talk a little bit about when you design and you make things, it doesn't always turn out the way you plan. You can plan and have the correct number, and you can do everything you can possibly imagine, but there's still mistakes, and there's still things that do happen. And so I just make it work. Sometimes you have to fudge a little bit and, make it so you have 1 count more or 1 count less or 2 or whatever the gap may be. And you fix it and you make it work the best you can. Sometimes you have to tear it apart and do it all over. Other times you have to just make it the way it is, and it's just fine. And that happens a lot with designing. It changes from day to day, and that's one of the things that I think is enjoyable for me, is the fact that I can make, like, for example, the stitch, the Crocodile Stitch. This is totally not the pattern for it. If you look at my pants, it's supposed to be looser gauge with a V-stitch at the bottom, and you're supposed to be able to go around the V-stitch. Well, I didn't do that because I didn't want all those holes in her pants for Halloween. I wanted it to be a little bit warmer. And so I thought I can make it work. And I have so far. It's come a long way, and I do like it. I think it's working just fine. So that's just, you know, an example of, yeah, you might not have the exact count, but that's okay. As long as it fits and it works for that, there's no problem with that. And I think that is really cool to be able to change things and make that your own. And that's part of with crocheting. I think that with my patterns, with the YouTube channel and these videos I'm making, that like for the example of the pickle, if you don't like him, you don't have to use that yarn, or you don't have to make him that big. You can make him much smaller, or you know, you can make him much larger. It's just whatever you prefer is what you should do, because that's one of the things that, you know, brings happiness to people. And if you really like enjoying reading and doing those patterns, go ahead and do that. If you don't, then make it your own. Use your creativity. If you want them blue, make them blue. I mean, the sky's the limit. You might as well enjoy it and be happy and do things that fit you and your lifestyle, or your whatever the case may be. What if you're doing for a Halloween costume or for a sweater for an event? Make it unique to you. And I know it's hard to stand out, but sometimes those things are the best things, and you won't regret that, I don't think. I really enjoy designing. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I don't think there's a day that doesn't go by that I don't design something. And sometimes I get so busy that I don't have time with kids and, you know, work and home and everything you have to do for responsibility. But one thing I love is I always take my crochet bag with me, and it's usually a big bag. It's not a small one. Sometimes I take multiple bags because that's my love. And if it has to sit in the car, so be it. So I don't usually carry stuff around with me too much if I'm walking long distances or things like that. I don't do that. But those are things I do. And then I do have some upcoming more Halloween googly-eyed creatures and more seasonal ones. So I still have some of those videos. Please check out my other videos that don't have googly eyes, and we'll keep plugging away. And if there's something that you want to suggest that I try or do or I talk about, please leave it in the comments. I do read them, and I do have a list of things that I need to do, and I just kind of whatever I feel like doing that day is what usually happens. That works to work off that list, but I do it. So I know it's a short little video today, but you know, I thought I would touch base with the things I did make in the last few weeks. I think it's been 3 weeks or so, but and thank you for watching my second podcast, and I look forward to seeing you again in a few more weeks or so. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.